And at this time, would you please welcome Mecklin Reagan, the valedictorian of Mary Carroll High School's 50th graduating class. Mecklin. Good job, honey.
Thank you, Dr. Templeton. At this time, I'd also like to thank the Board of Trustees, Mr. Elliff, Dr. Templeton, Mr. Satchery, and the rest of the Carroll faculty and staff for all you have done for us these past 4 years. I am truly humbled to have a few minutes to share ideas with my friends and peers. Last week at a luncheon, Mr. Elliff and Mrs. Scott shared some of their wisdom with a few students. And surprisingly, the advice they gave us came from a Dr. Seuss book. At first, I thought it was silly, but as I listened and I thought about it, I realized that some of the most important lessons we ever learned, we learned from Dr. Seuss. For example, a person's a person no matter how small. Who but Dr. Seuss could pack the important idea that we should respect one another and care for each other into one silly little phrase? Or, you have brains in your head, you have feet in your shoes, you can steer yourself in any direction you choose. In one nonsensical statement, he captures the idea that here we are today, graduating, and from here on out, we will make our own choices and control our own destinies. So, with that said, in the spirit of Dr. Seuss, I offer the following valedictory address. Though I'm here before you as your number one, as life rolls by, we are all number none. For it isn't the number of speeches you give, but the quality and spirit of life that you live. 8 other people were in the top 10. Ashley, Drew, Shivani, Mason, Pranjal, Maysara, Kumar, and Adlai. Let's all raise our voice and give them one big hooray. But all of us students deserve a pat on the back, for graduating from Carroll is not for slack. We all helped each other move ahead to our best, and that's why Carroll High School beats all the rest. One thing about Tigers, they always compete and push one another to much higher feats. Because of each other, we all are much better. We've each made a pledge to be a go-getter. But each of us has their own family to thank. Without them, I'm sure we'd be rank. Be it mother or father or grandparents too. We are who we are because of things that they do. As for me, I have parents, Gloria and Jim, and a brother named James. Look right there, that's him. He inspires me to work hard and look for the answer by living life to the fullest in spite of his cancer. I've also got grandparents, uncles, aunts, and cousins. Uncles, cousins, and aunts who help me through life when my parents just can't. And where would we be without help from our kin? The idea is so shocking, I couldn't begin. Now, it's also important, on the students' behalf, that we thank our administrators, teachers, and staff. They've been our big deal throughout these past 4 years. The thought of us leaving must drive them to tears. There's poor Mr. Qualia. I'm sure he will miss us. Why, when we're all gone, we'll fish for his fishes. And Mrs. George's anatomy class is so well respected that cats would come help us by being dissected. And then there's our principals. Wow, there's so many. Steve's, Bob's, and Eddie's. I'm surprised there's no Benny. But they all gave us wisdom and knowledge to spare, to face off against a future that gives quite a scare. It appears that the world we inherit has trouble, from pollution to nukes that could turn us to rubble, to diseases like cancer and terrorists and warming. The problems we face are truly mind-numbing. But when we came to Carroll, we were fish that first day. But now we are tigers, and the future's our prey. And if there's an animal that can fix up this mess, I'm sure it's us tigers, because we are the best. So soon off we'll go to the world's farthest reaches to learn the right stuff that more teachers can teach us. We'll put away all our old high school antics to learn science or art or maybe quantum mechanics. And although we all share in that rich tiger spirit, a different voice calls each of us. Just listen, you'll hear it. Why, from right here in this room will come mayors and preachers and governors, scientists, even some teachers. So let's go make the most of our post-tiger training. It will help us reach goals that we think worth attaining, be it homes for the homeless or a world that's at peace, good nutrition and healthcare, for children at least. And always remember that the problems we take on are not yours and not mine or some guys out in Oman. We are all in this together, and your problems are mine, and mine are some others, and so on down the line. So let all of us always, through life as we labor, remember to always look after our neighbor. Remember the Grinch, how his life was so hollowed? He began to help others, and good things all followed. One other thing, while we're out on our way, let us use our time wisely that we have every day. They say we're all equal, but that just can't be fact. Some are rich, some are athletes, some are actors who act. How many ways are we equal? I think it's just one. It's the time we are given each day, sun to sun. We choose how to spend them, the minutes and hours, either throw them away or cultivate them like flowers. So as we tigers march forth with our banners unfurled, let us use our time wisely to improve on this world. The problems we face, whether diseases or genocides, can never be fixed sitting down on our backsides. Now, sometimes we're afraid to get up and take action. It's risky. We could fail. We could wind up in traction. But it's better to do something and fail trying to succeed than it is to do nothing and to have failure guaranteed. But since we're all tigers, that won't be a concern. For us tigers are fearless, with courage to burn. We'll walk toward this future with swagger bravado, whether we choose to live here or somewhere out in Colorado. So how do we deal with untying these knots? Well, it starts with young people. We'll need lots and lots. Unless someone like you cares bunches and bunches, these problems we're facing will eat all of our lunches. Even with lots of people, we'll have to set goals. If not, we'll be digging in the dark just like moles. But with all of us working and planning together, our tasks will be fun and light as a feather. And what goals should we set that we'll strive to achieve? We'll set them as high as our brains can believe. We'll set them so high that even if we flop, the things we'll accomplish will make your eyes pop. And yes, we face troubles of more than one kind. Some come from ahead and some come from behind. But we all are tigers, and we're not a wuss. From now on, these troubles will have trouble with us. On and on we will hike, and I know we'll hike far, and face up to our problems, whatever they are. We'll all get mixed up, just as everyone does, but we'll learn from our mix-ups and be better because. So be sure when you step with great care and great tact, and remember that life's a great balancing act. Just never forget to be dexterous and deft, and never mix up your right foot with your left. And will we succeed? Oh, yes. Yes, indeed. It's 98 3/4% guaranteed. So be your name Samantha, or Stephen, or Stephanie, or Tony, or Megan, or Ryan, or Bethany. You're off to great places. Have fun on your way. Tomorrow's tomorrow, but today is your day. And I'm sure we'll have problems. That's always for certain. I'm sure there'll be times when us tigers are hurting. But if we all pull together, I know the world will be fine. In the hands of Carroll Tigers from the class of 2009.
Good job, Mecklin.